Hi children, in the previous video we discussed that worksheet 1A problems, right? In this video we are going to discuss the problems from worksheet 1B from the concept integers. Okay, let us see that what is the first question. Every integer less than 0 has the sign on the number line. This is 0, 1, 2 and so on. This is -1, -2 and so on. Right, and this is the left side and that is right side, right? Left side of 0 and here this is right side of 0. Understand ma? And here they're asking every integer less than 0, which side is there? Less than 0 means left side on the number line. So left side of 0, what values are there here? Negative values. So these all the signs having that which sign ma? Negative sign. Understand? Minus sign is there, which means here a negative sign. Okay. So answer is here option B. Am I clear? Yes. Next, the integer 5 units to the right of 0, on the number line is the integer, see that here 0, -1 and so on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. The integer 5 units to the right of 0 on the number line, right of 0, 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, after 5 units, what is the number on the number line here? +5 or -5? That is a +5 only, no? And they asked here right side of 0, right side of 0. Okay, this is the right side only, no? So what is that answer here? +5 is that answer. Understand ma? So what is that answer here? +5 is the resultant. Next. Question number 3. The predecessor of the integer -1. Predecessor of -1 is -1, and here predecessor means again we have to do that -1, no? So which is equals to minus, that is common, so keep that minus. 1 plus 1 is 2, so answer is -2. So, okay, the predecessor means just before number only, no? So that's why here 0, -1, -2, -3 and so on. Predecessor of -1 is -2. Okay, just before number. What is the before number of -1? That is -2. So answer is -2. Understand? Yes. Next, fourth one. Number of integers lying between -1 and 1. Number of integers lying between -1 and 1. Okay, how many integers are there here? Only one integer. What is that integer? 0. 0 is lies in between -1 and +1. So how many integers are there, ma'am? Only one integer. One integer, that is 0. Understand? So here what they are asking, how many integers are lying in between -1 and 1 they are asking. They didn't ask that what is the integer which is lies in between -1 and 1. Okay, if the question is what is the integer which is lies in between -1 and 1 means that is 0. How many integers are lies in between -1 and 1 means that is one integer, that one also 0. Understand ma? Yes. Next, number of whole numbers lying in between -5 and +5. Number of whole numbers lying in between -5 and +5. So on that number line, okay, this is 0, and here what they are asking, -5 and +5. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, next here +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in between -5 and 5, how many whole numbers are there? -5 and +5. Here they are asking number of whole numbers. Number of whole numbers they are asking. So whole numbers means these are not a whole numbers. Not whole numbers. Yes or no? These are integers, not whole numbers. So whole numbers means 0 to 4 here we have to calculate. So finally how many whole numbers are there here? How many whole numbers are there, ma? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally how many whole numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole numbers are there. How many whole numbers are there? 5 whole numbers are there. We should not take from here. Why? Because minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, those are not whole numbers. Okay, that's why how many whole numbers are there, ma? These are the whole numbers set, right? This is the set of whole numbers. Totally how many whole numbers are there here? 5 whole numbers are there. Option D is correct. Understand? Yes. Next, the greatest integer lying in between minus 10 and minus 15. Minus 10 and minus 15, what is the greatest integer? Those two also negatives only, no? So that's why better to take that negative side. Minus 10 and minus 15. So here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on. Minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13, minus 14, minus 15 and so on. Okay, negative integers line, and this is a positive integers. Understand, ma? The greatest integer lying in between minus 10 and minus 15. So in between minus 10 and minus 15, what is the greatest integer here? Minus 10 is greater than minus 15. Am I right? So minus 10 after which number will come here? Minus 11 is there. So minus 11 is the greatest number among them. What is that answer? Minus 11 is greater than minus 15. Understand? And in the same way here, what is the greatest number in between minus 15 and minus 10 they are asking, no? So easily here you can write that minus 14, minus 10. So minus 11 is greater than minus 14. Okay, as per this one, what is that answer, ma? Here minus 11. Option B is correct. Understand? Yes. Next question say that the least integer lying in between minus 10 and 15. Again say that minus 10 and 15, 0, minus 1 and so on, minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13, minus 14, minus 15. Okay, see here when you observe this one, the least integer. So integers lying in between, integers lying in between minus 10 and minus 15 are minus 11, minus 12, minus 13, minus 14. So when you compare these numbers here, minus 11 is greater than, minus 12 is greater than, minus 13 is greater than, minus 14. So what is the least number here? 14 only the least number, no? Minus 14 is less than, minus 13 is less than, minus 12 is less than, minus 11. So what is the least number here? Least number is minus 14. This is the least value. Understand, ma? So that is minus 14 is the correct answer. Understand? Yes. Next one. On the number line, the integer 5 is located. On the number line, the integer 5 is located. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. They are asking for the integer 5 is located. Where is that 5 here? Here the 5 is there, no? So 5 is there. What they given to the left of 0? This is the left side. And this is the right side of 0. Left side of 0 and right side of 0. Now observe that. To the left side of 0, this side 5 is there, ma. 5 is not there to the left side of 0. So first one is wrong. Next, to the right side of 0. Yes, to the right side of 0, here we have that 5. So second option is correct. Next, to the left of 1. To the left of 1. Is it correct? No, 5 is there to the right side of 1. So this is also wrong. To the left of minus 2. To the left of minus 2 means this side. Here 5 is there, ma. No, right side of 0, 5 is there. Okay, that's why which option is correct, ma, here? Option B is correct. That is to the right side of 0. Understand? Yes. Next, ninth one. In which of the following pairs of integers the first integer is not on the left of the other integer on the number line? So just to say that here number lines, 4 options there, no? So 4 options, 4 number lines. Option A, option B, option C, option D. Okay, just observe that on the number line. See here, -1 plus 10. Here 0. Here -1. 1 after, and here this is 10. Clear, ma? Next, second one. -3, -5. Here 0. -1. -2. -3. -4. -5. Okay. Next, here +1. Next, -5, -3. Again, this is also same. -5, -3. 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Next, -6 and 0. 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Understand? Now here what they're asking, -6 and 0. As per this one here, in which of the following pairs of integers the first integer is not on the left of the other integer. The first integer which is not lies to the left side of 0 they're asking. Okay, as per that first one here, what are the numbers ma here? -1 and 10. So -1 is the left side of 10. Yes or no? -1 is the left side of 10. So this is wrong. Next, -3 is left side of -5. Is it correct, ma? Here -5 is left side of -3. -5 is the left side of -3. Left side means this side only, no? So this side you have to check that. Okay. But so here -3 is not left side of -5. That's why this is the correct answer. Next, -5 is lies left side of -3. So this is correct only. Next, -6 is left side of 0. So this is also correct only. That's why which one is not suitable to that set they're asking. So which option is correct, ma? Here option B is correct. That is -3 is not lying left side of -5. Understand? Yes. Next, 10th one. The integer with a negative sign is always less than. The integer with a negative sign. Okay, negative integer is always less than. Negative integer is always less than 0. Understand? Is always less than 0. Am I clear, ma? Yes. Next, 11th one. An integer with a positive sign. Positive integer is always greater than 0. Okay, negative integer is always less than 0 and positive integer is always greater than 0. So this is 0 and here negative integers and here positive integers. Negative integers are less than 0 and here 0 is less than positive integers, which means positive integers are greater than 0 and 0 is greater than negative integers. In this way also you can write that. Positive integers is greater than 0, 0 is greater than negative integers. As per this condition. Understand, ma? So which option is correct here? Option A is correct. Next, the successor of the predecessor of -50. So predecessor of -50. Again same number you will get. Predecessor of -50 is -50 -1, which is equals to -51. Understand? Now the successor of the predecessor of the given number. Now successor of what is the given number here? -51 is -51 plus 1, which is equals to -50. Again you will get the same resultant. Why? Because the predecessor of 2 is 1. Okay, what is the successor of predecessor of 2? Okay, what is the successor of predecessor of 2? Predecessor of 2 is 1. Again its successor is 2. Understand? So again you will get the same resultant, right? So in the same way here also you will get the same answer, that is -50. Understand, ma? Yes. Next, 13th question say that the additive inverse of a negative integer. Additive inverse. What about that additive inverse here? Additive inverse of a is minus a. Minus a is plus a. Okay, or else minus a is minus of minus a, which is equals to plus a. Understand? As per the given question, the additive inverse of negative integer. The additive inverse of negative integer is what you are getting here, negative or positive? Positive only, no? So that's why here answer is always positive. Is always positive. The additive inverse of a negative integer is always positive. Understand, ma? Yes. Next. Amulya and Amar visited two places A and B respectively in Kashmir and recorded the minimum temperatures on a particular day as minus 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, temperature recorded at A is minus 4 degrees Celsius and at B minus 1 degree Celsius. Minus 1 degree Celsius. Which of the following statement is true? As before going to that statements, here first you have to check that here minus 4 is less than minus 1. Minus 4 is less than minus 1. Where we can, at what temperature we can feel that very cool, ma? If it is a higher temperature or if it is a lesser temperature, where we can feel that it's very cold? When it is that negative temperature, those two also negative only, no, which means here lesser temperature. Okay, when the temperature is very less, then we can feel that very cool. If the temperature is very high, then we can feel that it's very hot. It's very hot. Understand, ma? See here. As per this one here, which of the following statement is true? As per this one here, minus 4 is the smaller temperature, which means lesser temperature. Lesser temperature means here we have that cool temperature. Here we have that cool temperature. Cool temperature, then minus 1 degree Celsius. Understand? Minus 4 degrees Celsius is very cool than minus 1 degree Celsius. Why? Because minus 1 is just greater than minus 4. Just greater than minus 4 means more than minus 4. Okay, that if the temperature is more, then we can feel that a little bit hot only, no, here. Then here where we will get that very cool, ma? At minus 4 degrees Celsius only we can feel that very cool. Okay, so as per this one, A is cooler than B. Yes or no? A is cooler than B. Yes, this is correct. B is cooler than A. That is wrong. Okay. Next, there is a difference of 2 degrees Celsius in the temperature. Difference, what is that? Minus 1, minus of minus, sorry. Minus 4, minus of minus 1. What is the difference here? Minus 4 and here plus 1. We will get that minus 3 as the difference. Understand? So that's why here this is also wrong. This statement is also wrong. And the temperature at 4 degrees Celsius is higher than that B. No, 4 degrees Celsius is less than B. No, 4 degrees Celsius minus 4 degrees Celsius is less than minus 1 degree Celsius. That's why this statement also wrong. Understand, ma? As per this one, which one is correct here? Option A, that is A is cooler than B. Understand? Yes. Next, 15th one. When a negative integer is subtracted from another negative integer, the sign of the resultant. For example, one of the negative integer minus 5 is subtracted from minus 4. Okay, what they're asking, when a negative integer is subtracted from another negative integer, the sign of the resultant is always, see here, minus 5 is subtracted from minus 4. So, minus 4 minus minus 5. Okay, then you will get here minus 4, minus into minus is plus 5. In this case, you will get that plus 5 minus 4. So, answer is plus 1 here. If the condition is subtract minus 6 from minus 7, then what you will get? Minus 7 minus of minus 6. So minus 7 plus 6. We will get here minus 1 as the resultant. So children, when you observe these two examples, here the same condition we are applying, but there is a difference in that numbers. Okay, but here the condition is same. Here we are getting positive value, here we are getting that negative value. So that is the value, the sign, that is depends on that what the greatest number has the sign. Understand ma? Here the greatest number 5 only, no? When you compare 4 and 5, 5 is greater. 5 is having which sign here? Positive sign. That's why here positive value. Next, come to this one. 7 and 6. What is the greatest number here? 7 is the greatest number. So the greatest number is having what the sign here? That is negative. So answer is negative. Understand? So depends on the condition, the sign will be decided. So here depends on the numerical value of the integers. So which option is correct ma here? Option D is correct. Is always negative. No, here we are getting positive also. Is always positive. No, there we are getting negative also. Next is never negative. It's a never negative means it's a positive only, right? But here we are getting negative value also, no? That's why here these three options wrong. Which option is correct ma here? Depends on the numerical value of the integers. Understand? Yes. Next, 16th one. The statement, when an integer is added to itself, the sum is greater than the integer. Yes or no? When an integer is added to itself, when an integer is added to itself, then you will get the resultant, no? Then here the sum is greater than, the integer. Yes or no? This statement is true or not? The sum is greater than the given integer. Yes or no? While you are taking one of the integer, if you add the same integer to itself, then you will get one of the resultant. The resultant must be greater than the given number. Not only this one, for example, 20 plus 20 is equal to 40. So 40 is greater than 20. Yes or no? In all cases, it is satisfies only, no? Not only for positive values, minus 4 plus of minus 4, which is equals to minus 8. Understand ma? In this case, what you will get here? True only when the integer is positive. See that. Minus 4 and here plus of minus 4. What you will get here? Minus 8. So minus 8 is less than minus 4. When you are taking that positive values, we are getting the true statement. When you are taking that negative numbers, then you are getting that false statements. Understand? So this is that positive only, this is possible. If you take that a negative value, then that is wrong only, no? So that's why here what they're asking, when an integer is added, when a number they will ask means that is positive. They're asking integer means a positive there and negative also there. If you will take that positive values, then it is statement is correct. If you will take that negative values, then the statement is false. Okay, here also two cases there, no ma? So that's why here is always true, never true. True only when the integer is positive. True for non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means positive integers only, no? So that's why here this one also correct. True only when the integer is positive, it is satisfying. True for non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means positive integers only, no ma? So positive integers only, and in the same way 0 also there. Okay, so if you will take that 0 plus 5, again, sorry, 0 plus 0, what you will get here? Again, you will get it as a non-negative integer, 0 also there. 0 plus 0, which is equals to here again 0 only, no? So 0 is equals to 0. So that is not satisfies for that negative integers. True for non-negative integers, this is wrong. True only when the integer is positive. Understand ma? True for non-negative integers means here set of all the positive integers, no? 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on there. Okay, here 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. That's why this is not satisfies for this condition. Understand? So which option is correct? True only when the integer is positive. Understand? For the remaining other non-negative integers are satisfies. Understand? Yes. Next, 17th. Which of the following shows the maximum rise in temperature? Maximum rise in temperature. So just you have to take the difference. Okay. Or else if you want to take that one as the steps, then also you can do that. Okay. 0 to 10 degrees. 0 to 10 degrees means what is the difference here? In between 10 degrees Celsius minus 0 degrees Celsius. Again you will get it that 10 degrees Celsius only, no? That is option A. Option B, 8 degrees Celsius minus of minus 4 degrees Celsius, which is equals to 8 degrees Celsius. Minus into minus is plus 4 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 12 degrees Celsius. Understand ma? Next, third option, minus 15 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. So just here, what is the greatest number? Minus 8 degrees Celsius minus of minus 15 degrees Celsius. So minus 8 degrees Celsius, minus into minus is plus 15 degrees Celsius, which is equals to 15 minus 8. 15 minus 8 is 7 degrees Celsius. Understand? Next, option D, 0 degrees Celsius minus of minus 7 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius minus into minus is a plus 7 degrees Celsius. So answer is 7 degrees Celsius. Now what they're asking, what is the maximum rise in temperature? Maximum rise. Where we are having the maximum rise? 12 degrees Celsius only, no? So where it was happened? Minus 4 degrees Celsius too, which means minus 4 to 8 degrees. Here 12 degrees Celsius increased, ma. Okay, increased means you have to go on the number line from left side to right side. Here 12 degrees increased from minus 4 to plus 8 degrees Celsius. Understand? So here which option is correct, ma? Here option B is correct, that is minus 4 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. Am I clear, children? So up to here totally worksheet 1B completed, and in the same way integers concept also completed. Okay, in that next video again we will meet with the next chapter worksheets. Okay, thank you all.